Have you ever looked at someone in their 90s or even 100s, still walking with a spring in their step, smiling, laughing, maybe even gardening or dancing, and thought, what's their secret? Maybe you wondered if it's just luck, good genes, or something that's simply out of your hands. But here's what I've learned after diving into the lives of the world's longest living people. It's not luck. It's not just DNA. It's the little things they do every single day. Simple, ordinary habits that quietly add up to something extraordinary. And the best part? It's never too late to start doing them yourself. In fact, many of these centenarians didn't even begin these habits until later in life. They didn't have perfect routines. They weren't strict or extreme about health. And they didn't chase every new trend. What they did have was consistency, community, and a deep sense of purpose. So if you've ever asked yourself, how can I stay active, sharp, and joyful into my 80s, 90s, or beyond? You're in the right place. In this video, I want to share with you 7 powerful secrets from some of the healthiest seniors around the world. People who aren't just alive at 100, but truly living. And we're going to break them down together, one step at a time, in a way that's easy to understand and even easier to start. Let's begin with something surprisingly simple, but often forgotten these days: movement. I'm not talking about intense workouts or hours in a gym. In fact, most centenarians never worked out in the way we think of it, but they did move every day. Naturally, they gardened, they walked to the market, they swept their own floors, they used their bodies without even thinking about it. That kind of gentle, consistent movement keeps joints flexible, blood flowing, and muscles strong. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I don't have a garden, or my knees don't work like they used to. That's okay. You don't need to do what they did. You just need to move in a way that feels good to you. That could mean walking around your home during phone calls instead of sitting, doing a few stretches while the kettle boils, standing up and sitting down from your chair 10 times before lunch. Every bit counts. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be regular. The trick is to stay in motion, not in a rushed or pressured way, but gently and consistently, like a quiet river that never stops flowing. Because once we stop moving, our bodies start to forget how. And when movement becomes part of your routine, not a chore, but a part of who you are, your body remembers how to support you even as you age. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. One of the most powerful secrets to longevity isn't found in a pill or a smoothie. It's in people. That's right. Connection, friendship, belonging. Across every region where people live the longest, what researchers call the blue zones, there's one thing they all have in common: community. They don't spend their days isolated or glued to the TV. They're surrounded by people who know them, value them, and check in on them. They eat meals together. They talk, laugh, argue, support, and show up for each other. And here's the beautiful thing. It's not about having dozens of friends or a huge social calendar. It's about quality, not quantity. Even 1 or 2 close relationships can make all the difference. Someone to call when you're feeling low. Someone to celebrate the little things with. Someone who listens when you speak, not out of obligation, but because they truly care. If you've been feeling a little disconnected lately, you're not alone. So many people struggle with loneliness, especially after retirement or the loss of a loved one. But connection, is something you can rebuild. Maybe it starts with a phone call to an old friend, or joining a local class, or even chatting with your neighbor while watering the plants. Don't underestimate how powerful these small moments of connection can be. They're like sunlight for your soul. They lift your mood, reduce stress, and even lower inflammation in the body. That's not just feel-good talk, it's real, measurable science. And it's one of the strongest predictors of long life. Now, let's look at another secret that's hiding right on your plate. The world's healthiest seniors don't eat perfectly. They don't obsess over calories or chase every new diet. But they do tend to eat simply, mostly from the earth, and with a strong connection to their food. That means more plants, more beans, greens, fruits, and whole grains. Less sugar, processed snacks, and heavy meats. Not none, but less. Food is fuel, yes, but it's also culture, tradition, and joy. These long-living elders treat meals with care. They eat slowly, they eat with others, and they stop when they are comfortably full, not stuffed. And here's a small but powerful tip you can start today. Try to fill at least half your plate with colorful vegetables or fruits at every meal.